Hello everybody, Phobos here. Welcome to another episode here on the KubiKraft server. It is episode 8, and today we are going to be getting an elevator installed. So basically, I'll show you what the issue is. What the problem is that if we decide to come out this way, first off, we have this very long inconvenient hallway with these ugly little trapdoors, and then we have this awkward little area here, followed by a direct beam up to the surface. We literally have to actually grab our rockets and our elytra, and yeah, we have to actually launch ourselves like this, wasting so much gunpowder just to come up to the surface. Now, a couple of problems with this. One, what if we literally don't have any rockets on us? You know, say if I've just managed to plan everything extremely poorly, and yeah, how do we actually get down? And secondly, when we actually try to get down, honestly, a lot of the time I'm relying on feather falling. Thank God I just remembered to actually throw that on, because it looks a lot like this, and then it looks like this, and we're almost dead. So, I mean, it's definitely not the most efficient way to get in and out of this thing, and that's where a Slimeblock elevator is going to come in. So basically, we're going to come in here, we're going to jump up, bam, onto the Slimeblock, punch a button, and we're just going to get bumped up to the surface. And because this is slime, when we come down to the bottom, we'll be able to actually fall, and we'll be relatively safe. So the only downside is that we're probably going to wind up bouncing, but there's ways around that, like pressing and holding spacebar, all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the direction that we're going to go in. First, though, we're going to actually take a moment to do a little bit of caving around here, just to help light up the area. Because at some point we're going to want to put a mob farm in here, and that's going to require all the area to be conditioned. So what I think I'm going to do is do that in little segments. Basically, it's so grueling. Num. It's so grueling, it really is. It just to kind of have to come in here every day and be like, oh, and look, more cave, and more cave, and more cave, and let's go back, and more cave. And how do I film that? How do I film such a thing? That is a problem, it really is, because, like, how do I keep the episode entertaining for you guys? So basically, the plan is we're going to have a little contest. Later on, I'm going to be involving villagers in one of my builds. I'm going to have a villager breeder, and there's going to be a special type of village that we're going to throw into our base here, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Now, what I'm thinking is that people should actually be able to name. My viewers should be able to name the villagers. So you could actually, if you wanted to, you could have your own villager avatar in my base, if you will, or you can give it another name, what have you. So basically, we're going to take a guess at different resources that we gather. So I'm going to go out, do a bunch of mining, and when we're mining, we're going to be looking for a couple of key things. We're going to be looking for diamonds, of course, everybody loves diamonds. Let's see, diamonds, there's going to be iron, gold, and gunpowder, and wood. Those are our things. So in the comments below, definitely leave your guess as to how much each of these resources we're going to get. And the person with the closest total resources to what we actually got is going to have an opportunity to name one of the villagers. So I'm pretty excited about this as an option, and now I say that we just head over to the time-lapse of us doing all of that work. So for today's grind session, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how honored I feel as a YouTuber on this, or playing on the KubiKraft server. I don't even know how to express how I feel about the responses that I've been getting. Well, when I first started up my channel, I was very hard on myself with it. I thought that nobody was really going to care about the content that I produced, and it was just going to be one of those things that, you know, I kind of do on the side just for fun, and, you know, no one's really going to care. And then you guys started asking me, you know, when's the next episode going to come out? And actually give me a lot of positive feedback, and I'm very touched by that. I don't even know how to express how I feel about that kind of positive response, and I just wanted to send you guys a big thank you, and just you guys are making this very worthwhile for me. So yeah, With that being said, I do want to talk a little bit about the direction that the channel is going to be going in. What I'm thinking is more episodes, but a little bit shorter. So that way I can help keep things a little bit more current. It was interesting, one time I was watching a Lucky Shots video, and he and I had a conversation where I was giving him a fishing rod and all that fun stuff, and he had that up the next day. And I was kind of looking at that, I was like, yeah, well, my next episode's not scheduled for like 4 days. And I don't even think that episode gonna have that conversation in there. It's like, wow, that's something else. That's kind of crazy how far behind my videos actually were in the grand scheme of things. So what I want to do is probably do shorter episodes more often, is what I'm thinking. And that makes a little sense in a lot of ways, because a lot of time I'm trying to pack a lot into a small episode. Like, prime example is probably the high stakes ender pearling episode. That one, I could have easily made that into a 2-hour episode. No problem. I was cutting out so much footage from that adventure. Part of it was the dragon heads, as Kaio so kindly pointed out. I didn't collect those in the video, even though I really did. I just had to make a cut somewhere, right? So I'm thinking if it was spread out more like 15 minutes per episode, then it might be a little bit easier to showcase the content that I actually have while keeping things a bit fresher, is kind of what I'm thinking. So just wanted to give a bit of an update where that was concerned. And yeah, it's probably about time that we go and, start with our build for today. So yeah, let's wrap up this blunking session, I guess. Or grind session, there we go, that's what we're calling it. Let's wrap up the grind session. Alright, that was a decent amount of caving. I'm glad that we've decided to kind of break it up into bite-sized portions, because what I would do before is basically kill myself for an entire day just trying to get all of the caves lit up in one shot, light up all of the surface, stuff like that. And honestly, in the village area, I'm not even done yet. So there's no way that can all be done in one day, and for the sake of my sanity and for the sake of producing content for these for this series, it makes a lot more sense to break it up into smaller chunks. So what we're going to do, though, is we are going to take a little bit of time to line up some obsidian, because as you can see, we don't really have any right now. And yeah, we are definitely going to need obsidian for the build. The slime block elevator, of course, involves slime, which means that we need things that the slime does not stick to. Could use furnaces, yes, but obsidian's a little bit nicer, and it's so easy to mine with haste too. So I say that we go and get some. Alright, so just finishing up this stack here. Lava Lake is winding up being a lot bigger than what I had originally assumed. And lava's under this one. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're up to 4 stacks? Yeah, 4 stacks now. Lots of fun stuff there. The haste beacon, I'm telling you, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So now that we have 4 stacks of obsidian, which we're not even going to use a full one, I bet, we got to clean up this area here, just because this is going to be where we land. So we're going to be coming down this particular little shaft here with all of its glowing amazingness, and we're going to land in here and look around, and the first thing that we're noticing right now is Ugly Cave. That's changing, and it's going to change right this instant. Alright, now we're talking. This is a proper clean room for a build. Okay, so here we are up at the surface. Now you can see that our beacon beam is going straight up here, and basically what we have to do is actually make the elevator shaft. So that's what we're going to get started on. Now, of course, breaking the cardinal rule again, as I always seem to do. But yeah, I know the area well enough to know that I'm more or less safe, except for little things like that. But that's what feather or folding and other forms of armor are for. So, yep. Just going to keep gonna do this for a little bit until we have the entire shaft actually cleared out. Now this is a bit of an interesting dilemma. So I drilled down, but without wasting a bunch of rockets, how am I going to get back up? I think what I'm going to have to do is make everything out of sandstone, just completely clean up all the walls, pillar back up here, and then yeah, I don't know. I'll work something out. On second thought, it looks like we're just going to be using a lot of rockets. So before we go any further into the build, what I'm thinking is it's probably time to swap over what our beacon actually does. just for the simple reason that haste 2, that's going to be it's great for clearing out large things, but if you're trying to like modify redstone and all that fun stuff, I think it's going to do more harm than good. Plus, we're working in, you know, staggering heights and all that fun stuff. So, I wonder. Let's try. See, I don't know the difference between like jump boost 1 and jump boost 2, but let's try that with regeneration, and we'll see what that actually gets us here. So. Okay, so we have all 3. So let's see if we can actually like that. That looks like we can jump up 2 blocks. So let's test that out. So that there normally we wouldn't be able to jump up on, and bam, there we go. So I feel like that jump boost is actually worthwhile. We don't need all the craziness, but the regen is going to be nice for us falling and all that fun stuff. You could just eat food, but meh, either way. So what we've done here is we've already got kind of this this beginning area here figured out, along with a giant hole in the ceiling. Now I'm just kind of looking it over, and I missed a few spots. Be right back. Okay. Good. All right, so we actually have a nice clear hole now. That is, let's just count it up here, should be 5 by 3, so 5, 3, beautiful. Okay, so now we are ready to throw in the redstone for the elevator. Now let's just kind of hollow out this area here. Right, I don't have haste anymore, so I don't have to be nearly as careful. And let's see here, we have... let's try getting rid of this guy here. He's not crucial at the moment. Okay, so the way that this is going to work is we're actually going to have to put... in case anyone's wondering, I'm actually looking at my build as I go through this, and what I'm seeing here, like, because I have I pre-recorded something in creative mode. Let me work out this part. Okay, so I did get it sorted out. Conceptually, I had that part up there wrong. The obsidian was down a little bit too low, and that is fine. So what we're going to do now is good. I have my ender chest. Need the redstone shulker box, which I almost completely forgot to grab. So let's just grab a little bit of this, and repeater. Be right back. There we go. Okay, so what we have on the go here now, we are going to there with a little bit of this, and a little bit of this here, got there, and with that works. So basically what we're doing right now is we're just carrying the signal from the button. Now button, of course, let's see, yes we can craft one of those. So beautiful. The button is going to be over here. Yeah, like that. So we step into the elevator, bam, and as you can see, it's already working. So we hit here, bam, and we get launched up, which is actually pretty exciting. So let's see here. The next thing that we got to do is fix that and what a sense. So basically what's happening here is we're going to be using this powered block here to send a signal in a couple of different directions. So, and I don't know why I made that into a slab, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. So this guy here, is a torch. And you know what? Maneuvering around this thing is going to be kind of crazy. I might actually need to put on the full jump boost. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's what we need right there. Full-fledged jump boost. Okay, so the next thing that's going to be happening is we're going to be placing in a block right here. This is actually going to wind up being a torch tower. And yeah, that's going to be interesting once we get up to higher points. I'm going to build out the whole next section and be right back. Okay, so I think I'm starting to get the swing of what it's going to be like to build this thing. Yeah, in creative, it's not so bad. In survival, a bit of a different story. Just a smidge. So, yeah. So yeah, basically, the gist of what happens is there's the torch tower comes up here, bam, and And this, of course, powers this piece of redstone right there. Let's see if our jump boost is... It's not going to work. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, let's do this. Okay, perfect. So, that's going to be interesting when we get higher up, though. So yeah, basically, torch tower comes in, bam, powers that block right there, which means that once... Right. Gonna need a block there. We're also gonna need a block... How am I gonna do this? Yeah, and that's, by the looks of it, is set to 1 tick. Now, something I should say is that this actually isn't completely my design. What I did was I actually took Mumbo Jumbo's design and I compacted it. So it is in part my design, but I definitely can't take all the credit. Like, for example, the way the double piston extender here is designed, I definitely didn't do that. So, okay, so this one here gets set to 4 ticks. And then... Right, there is just one little blot of redstone there, which means that we should actually be able to get the second extension to go. Let's try giving it a test. So, come in here, button. First, second, boom. That is fantastic. Actually, I'm really happy about the way that panned out. So, we're off to a great start. Now, the tricky part is going to be the next section. It's very similar to this, it's just that there's a certain way you gotta wire up the next little part so that it actually lines up with, like, in terms of timings and whatnot. So, gonna take a moment to work that out. Okay, so now to test this floor here. 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh, I am so happy right now. Oh, okay. Like I said, building this in survival is significantly different. But yeah, so far it is going exceptionally well. So, let's see if I can actually just kind of do a bit of a speed run here. So what we're looking at is... No, I can't do a speed run. I'll just be back with a lot more progress. Okay, so I think I finally got the swing of this thing. So, first let's just reload on this. So, we're going to just, like that. Toss in a couple like that. Oh, no torches here. No need. Okay, and then for over here, what we do is we throw in block there, block there, block there, block there, block there, followed by right. So those 2 blocks go there. 2 blocks go there. We need some redstone dust and a couple of repeaters, so let's leave the repeaters out. And this one's set to 4 ticks, this one's set to... Come on now. Set to 4 ticks, perfect. Redstone, bam, that's powered perfect. That gets a torch. And then from here, we're setting up that with a little bit of that and some of that. Yep, then there and there. And a little bit of obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, bam, let's take this out of the offhand because that's getting annoying. There's a little bit of there, a little bit right there with a torch on it, and let's see, I'm missing something. Yes, that has that. 3 ticks, 1 tick, 1 tick, dust, and we should be good to go. Oops. So let's fire it up and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Oh, so amazing. So just gotta do that another 5 or 6 times and we should be good to go. So we've ran into a little bit of a snag. Just a bit of a snag. Everything was going really great for quite a while. As you can see, we have this part here basically figured out, and of course when we go up here, we're able to go up a good 6 or 7 floors, but you notice how we can't see any sky at all? Day, night, whatever. Yeah, there's well, there's a piston that's kind of keeping us trapped. Come on, break, dang it. Okay, so, and I pressed shift there, that's actually pretty safe, but yeah, pressing shift makes it so that it's like a hard impact instead of a soft one, but whatever. So, yeah, I think, I don't quite know what what the best approach would be for getting up that way. I suppose maybe these here aren't crucial. Oh, this, oh man, okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So basically what we're gonna have to do is pillar our way up. Slowly, yep, there's obsidian there. Very slowly, and get back to up here. Basically, I had to jump down for some sandstone, and, well, that'll teach me not to jump down for sandstone. Okay, so we made it back out. Just gonna hop down here and see what the problem is. So, it looks like on this level, actually, I don't know. Let's see what happened here. We punched this out. Now, okay. I was a little bit too quick here. Default ticks. That's what's supposed to be there. And why isn't there a block here? That's interesting. So we're going to put a block here. Oh, right. There's no block there because the piston didn't actually do its job. So let's see if we can squeeze our way back here. Nope. Fantastic. The way that I fixed this before in the testing world was with a button. Now, I believe I put the button here. So let's try. Okay, that did it. That did it. Perfect. So we just got to get rid of the button now. Put the redstone back. And we should be good to go. Now, the question becomes, how do we get back up? Probably the same way that we got down here. Yep, we're going to have to grief our way back up to the... Actually, no. No, we can Ninja Pearl. We are going to Ninja Pearl. Come on. I think it worked. Pretty sure it worked. I'll take it. Okay, so we are back where we once were. Now let's... Actually, let's just do that. There, see, and that's just demonstrating that the slime does actually bounce. So I think the trick is going to be we're going to have to bounce twice and then press shift just to kind of flatten everything out. They just make it so that we stop bouncing. I don't know, we'll figure out how this works. But let's take this for a bit of a test now. So we got 1 floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. I'm really happy with the way that this is turning out. Very happy. So, bit of a funny story. I already recorded the end of our episode once, and yeah, I went to put the video together and there was nothing there. So I don't quite know what happens. Maybe I forgot to hit record or something like that, but yeah, let's just do this all over again. So basically, what we're looking at here is the final product. Now, the elevator doesn't always work, which is interesting, but when it works well. So basically what we do is we just toss ourselves in here, like I've shown a couple times, and it should take us up 11 floors. Let's try that again. Okay, it worked that time. Perfect. So here we are up at the surface as well. Now, it occurred to me that mobs could theoretically just waltz in waltz in. So I put a little bit of a fence around it. We probably don't have to worry about spiders. I hope we don't have to, but yeah. So as you can see, it's not perfect, but for my first Slimeblock elevator, I'm pretty happy with it overall. I mean, and now that we're getting the swing of landing in this too, usually, like, it seems to be a little bit temperamental today. Maybe there's a little bit of lag on the server, I don't know, but usually it fires off about 9 times out of 10, which isn't so bad. So let's just try this again, see if 8, 9, 10, and 11. Perfect. Okay, so it does seem to be working a little bit more reliably now. Might have just been a little bit of lag in the server, something like that. The good news is that if, say, there is some kind of a mistake and we wind up falling, it's not a big deal because of the slime. So, yeah. And the trick seems to be pressing and holding space, letting it bounce once, and then shift to stop it. So, yeah. But with that being said, that is all the time that we have. All the time. Words. Well, guys, that is all that we have time for today. If you like what you saw here, definitely leave a like, subscribe, notify, all that fun stuff. It's not your first time on YouTube. You definitely know what to do. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment too. Let me know what you liked, what you did, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, for the time being, I guess it's time to fly back off to the village so that we can get some more lighting done. So yeah, enjoy.